What I'm doing here on the Jeep truck is replacing the exhaust donuts, the little donuts that seal off the exhaust. And this is a 50-year-old truck, so you know it's going to have some seized bolts and this and that, and the exhaust is one of the worst places I'm finding to work on bolts.
Exhaust manifold bolts.
I was able to get 2 of the bolts out and 2 of them just broke. So what I'm doing now is I'm tapping, drilling and tapping. All the messing around with trying to weld and attach another bolt to it is what slowed me down. Let's see if we can get you a bird's eye view here. Okay, I got you in there. And now we're just gonna
tap it in now. Hey, just tap it in.
get our tap with this adjustable handle. I think I would chisel the nuts off next time. Sometimes you just have an obstacle that you got to get past. Even though it's something really tiny, it can just get in the way. Psychological, like, if you know what I mean.
Tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
Came up with an idea. I got a socket that fits this and a long extension and a ratchet so that I can come on out the outside. And I don't have a huge handle on it so I don't over twerk it. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. When it gets real tight, seized up, then I'm just kind of backing out. This isn't so bad now. See the pieces falling out? Yep, that's plenty. Okay, so now we're gonna get the exhaust donut, and it's a little thicker. And I think it's some kind of solid steel deal. So see this donut? That's trash. Wonder why we were getting a leak. I went ahead and got these studs from O'Reilly. And the reason that I think you need those is because when you've got a crossover type situation where the pipes are coming together, you know, joining together, and you got to line it up, that's what this really does for you without fighting it. And you can tighten it down as tight as it needs to be. So I got one side in, and then we're gonna move on to the other one. A set of those is around 16 bucks, $8 a side. I think I need to go up higher because I'm cramping. And there's our new gaskets, real nice. Them's are real solid. Hoping some of these gaskets will start doing their gasket job. Well, that's fine thread on that side. This side just boogered.
She's not that kind of a girl, Booger.
Okay. We'll get one side of the motor bolted down. What a nice day. Got to get to the parts. Way up here. There goes Papa Al. Quick little recap here. There's our stock starter box. Got the starter in. That's the second one. The first one burned up our wires and our starter solenoid. And the fun thing that we're going to get to is this Rusty's lift. Rusty's. Perfect for us, huh? That's a 4-inch lift. Should look pretty close to this. You can see the arch there, max drop there. It's pretty close. Might be a little taller than this when it's done. So get to that, we're gonna have to give up those amazing and special air shocks in the back for the new shocks all the way around for the lift kit. U-bolts, all that stuff is included. We got new rusty springs, 4-inch lift springs installed. All the hardware's in there, it's loose. And for the front, got the hardware taken off, U-bolts removed, everything's loose in here. Those look like they've been used enough. Yeah, time to put some new ones on. So if you don't take the shocks out, then this thing's not going to drop all the way. Probably a good idea to take the shocks off before you take the springs off. Man, it sure is a windy day. We're getting our shocks put on and put our tires back on and drop it back down. All right, lug nuts. Chevy pickup. That should be what these threads are. And I got the shocks tightened up. So we just got to lower this baby down. Okay, we got enough lug nuts. We need these small ones, so I was able to swap out those big lug nuts for these. And that way we got something that'll fit, hold these spacers on. Something you don't really want to do, go park in a project truck on a fresh set of tires if it's not ready to hit the road. Okay, here's the lift kit. Looky there. You got her all the way in. Now, I just need to sit it down so I can tighten down those bolts. You know, everything that's clamping it down, they want you to put it all the way down before you tighten that stuff. Here's the front. These are smaller than stock size. These are 235/75, so they're 30 and a halves. We're gonna go to 33s. Want to see the new tire? Okay. Wow. That's the new tire. Of course, it's coming up from the bottom too, so I think that's a great size lift for this tire. It's not crazy wide, it's only a 10.5 wide, which I think is going to look pretty groovy. Yeah, there's that side, and she'll settle down. We'll let it sit real good and jump up and down on it before we tighten everything down. Bouncy house. Okay, so that's the 4-inch lift kit on the 76 J-10. That's a pretty nice setup from Rusty's. I really like it, and especially for the price, I think it's a good bang for your buck. We'll see how it rides. That's going to be the deciding factor on how great it is, but it does what I need it to do. Replaced a spring that's got a crack in it, and corrected the sagginess that I was experiencing on the front end. Give you the final wrap up on this thing as far as the suspension work is done, and then we'll have some more to do with the fuel tank and get this thing to where I can drive it around. But right now I can start it, so that's pretty cool. All right, tomorrow we'll put the final torque on all those springs, just let them sit overnight. And that's what a 4-inch lift kit looks like with a set of stock-ish size tires. Pretty cool.